Hi, this is Dave Wetzel, your MLS Listings CEO, with an important message today. This is probably something you've been reading about and maybe wondering about, and that is the messages that we have that say our old dashboard is going away. It seemed pretty straightforward for us to be talking about the dashboard going away. We now have a date on that, but there's been a little bit of confusion. So I wanted to do this video and just kind of go through a few, quick key points. The why, the what, the when, and that sort of thing. So, let's start with the why. Why are we changing the dashboard? Because I do get some people reaching out and saying, "Gosh, this dashboard's been there forever. That dashboard has been here longer than I've been here, and I've been here like a decade. So, why change it?" And it's actually because of cybersecurity. Unfortunately, we have to change it. That dashboard is so old. It's written on a software base that is, it used to be receiving security patches on a regular basis, but later this year, it's going to stop getting its security patches. And I like to use the analogy of, hey, I drive this really cool Model T car, and now I'm supposed to put airbags on this thing. I just can't put airbags on the Model T. And so it's time to transition to a new car. So that's the reason that we had to make the change on the dashboard. And so we knew that was coming a few years ago. So we created the new dashboard a number of years ago. And so it's been out there for a while, and many of you are using it now. We do get a lot of positive feedback around the dashboard, but but there are some people that are just asking, why are you changing it? And it's unfortunately, it's not something that I can control. It's we don't want to be that MLS that goes down for several weeks because of cybersecurity issues. I mean, that could always still happen, but at least this will be one more risky item, attack surface, if you will, that will be off the table after July 15th. So on July 15th, we'll be removing that old dashboard. So that's the why. Oops, I slipped in the when. So let's talk about the what. Because staff thinks it's pretty straightforward. We say, okay, we're going to change the dashboard. But what we didn't realize is that every vendor and their dog has a dashboard. So we've been talking about removing the old dashboard, and then we started getting some feedback that people are thinking of different dashboards, right? So we're not changing the Matrix dashboard. Matrix has their own dashboard. That's going to be there. You can still continue to use it. You know what? Realist has a dashboard. We're not going to change the Realist dashboard. We're not changing those dashboards. But if you remember the dashboard that you used to use, it had a bunch of buttons on it, and you use that to get to Matrix, or you use that to get to Realist or listing management, that's a dashboard that we're going to need to change. And there's a new dashboard. And so that's the new dashboard is going to be replacing that old one on July 15th. You can still use the old one up till then. There's a back button. It'll take you back there to the old one. But you really should look at using the new one so that if there are questions that you have, you can still bounce back to the old one and do some quick little things, but then go get your questions answered on it, because after July 15th, the old one won't be there. So you do need to start looking at that. One of the other things that we heard was, hey, this new dashboard's got a lot of cool functionality. It's got these cards. These cards are smart. They can do different things. But all I want is a button that takes me to Matrix, or takes me to my listings. Hey, you know what? You can get rid of those you can get rid of those cards. You can move the cards around. There's a little X in the top corner of the cards. You can close the cards, and there's a blue line where the buttons are, and so you can just use the blue bar and click on Matrix or click on My Listings if you want. But I would encourage you to take a look at some of those cards. Those cards are pretty interesting. And I'm going to give you one pro tip today. There's one of the cards is called a market trend card. And if you take a look at the market trend card, you can look at it at different granularities of geography, and look at your areas that you're interested in and see what the market trends are for those specific areas. But if you go down, and not many people know this, if you go down to the lower right-hand corner of the market trend card, there's something called Weekly County Report. And if you click on that, you go over to the AccuList area, And if you scroll down, you'll see our 5 counties, and then you'll see about 6 other counties that are nearby too that you may be doing business in. And if you click on those counties, it'll bring up a weekly report. So a lot of people like to look at that and see, hey, how many new listings came on at the county level this last week? How many things went pending? What's the total that we have? What's the inventory? So a lot of cool stuff there. You know, I use it I love coming in on Monday or Tuesday and look at it and go, okay, what happened this last week? Oh, exciting. Look, inventory has been going up since February. Cool stuff. So that's my pro tip for the day. Just keep in mind that the old dashboard is going to be going away by July 15th. Thank you.
Make sure to check out our Pro Support page for additional videos on a full range of topics. And don't forget to click that subscribe button on our MLS Listings YouTube page.